Hello, it is me, We Anime or Anime We, and I'm here to bring you part seven? Seven, I believe? Maybe? I don't remember. I'll have to look before I upload this. Anyways, hi. Today we're going over the Meta Liberation Army front arc where they fight Gigantomachia. The people at the villa and hospital. You know that place. Yeah, that arc. Midori is going to be at the villa with, well, Gigantomachia and those guys. Well, he's not a villain, so he won't be part of that team. He'll be part of the heroes, but yeah, he'll be in that battle. Okay, so yeah, how where else are we supposed to start than clearly at the battle? Follow me on socials, by the way. Please do. All at We Anime, except for Twitter. It's at We Anime Real. All in caps. Real, like the REAL. All right. Next part of this will be the final. I've realized if I am on the correct arc. That is, I know I am because last time was Endeavor's agency. Yeah, we are perfectly fine. Yeah, I've realized something. All of my what ifs currently going on are on their final parts, which is crazy. Well, on their final like bits, not final arcs, but final bits, which is quite cool. So yeah, let's go. So after Danky sucked up the lightning from that other guy, Midoriya moved in quickly with a mess, uh, taking the guy's heart, putting it in a glass container. The guy would fall over, and Midoriya would throw the heart in the air as it would float there, high in the sky, with room activated. Midoriya would move around quickly, moving as quick as he could, using mess um, over and over again, and throwing the villain's heart into the air at the top of his room. Room! Right. So as he would move around, he would be jumping around, dodging people, not taking a lot of their hearts. But yet he would jump over, take a lot of theirs, throw them up in the air as they would float up in the air. Right. He would be in his his second version hero suit, lols, raid on Onigashima clothing. Okay, that's what he would be in. The yellow dress shirt with the sleeves rolled up, a blue cloak with a fluffy fur collar lining, well, the collar. I did not need to. The same pants and boots and hat as his first, like the black and dot pattern pants and the white and black. Well, laws like pants and hat. Okay, still having Kiko, however you say it. Uh, right. He'd be running around the battlefield, helping out where he could within his room. With and the room would be quite big. It would be able to cover most of all of the actual like villa. Okay, you'd be able to like actually have the villa like fully covered, right? And so with that, he would just continue running around, throwing the hearts up in air. The people who he would let other heroes fight him, but the people who took hearts, he would load them up already, like, well, with this heart, they can't do anything. And if they do, Midoriya's just gonna take their heart out of the glass cube they're in and throw them on the ground and stomp it. They know how he works. He's quite newsworthy with the way he is brutally taking out villains. But yet, even though they know this, they won't fight him. They will fight other heroes, but most of them would go to sleep. That the ones Midoriya would take care of, they would go to sleep because of Midnight. Midnight and Midoriya would work together. Uh, a lot of this, a lot of the time during this, right? Midoriya would steal their heart with mess, and Midnight would run past using her quirk, putting them asleep. Right? And that's how he would fight a lot of the people. Just like that, throwing their hearts in the air with the room so they couldn't steal them back. And everything else with like Hawks and Dobby, Tokuyami, Toga, and everything. Everything would quite go as canon for the most part. Right. Until Gigantia Machia would awaken. He would bust through the ground, running away with the other League of villains, forgetting everyone else but the League. The heroes would chase after them. Midoriya would also chase Gigantia Machia, Kamui Woods, everyone else who was trying to stop them. He would chase after them with Shambles using was it Re-Room? It might be Re-Room or K-Room. One of the others. R-Room, Re-Room, one of these, using his awakened version of his quirk, like Room, that type deal. He would chase after them with Shambles. Shambles! And, right, he would chase after them, going along, just following along, until he would fully activate Room, making it as big as it could. And even before Gigantia Machia would leave, he would use Shambles, making him switch places with Mount Lady. Mount Lady would be standing up. Gigantia Machia would begin to sink in the ground, which Midnight would already been launched, but Midoriya was quick enough to Shambles to save her from an untimely demise. Midnight would appear beside him, and the other another hero. Midoriya would ask this other hero, take Midnight to the kids, to the 1A students. Okay. As he would pick Midnight up, and don't you dare do anything weird. I'm not going to. There's no time for it. Good. And Midnight, before she would fall unconscious, she would say, Midoriya, please be safe. I'll try. As he would begin running, shambles his way up above Gigantia Machia, who was stuck in the mud. As he would say, good night. Now let me find There we go. I believe this is the attack, at least. You know the attack that he does against Big Mom when him and Kid fight Big Mom? This is what I'm trying to do. He would say, was it K room? I believe it was K room. Hold on. Yeah. Creates a spherical space above his hand very similar to room, but unlike it, the piece of space seemingly never expands by itself. Instead, he is capable of coding. Yeah, K room. Using K room on his blade, and he would use injection shot. And so, he would, as he would be falling down from the sky, yelling out, injection shot, the villains, well, the League of Villains would look up. But yeah, it would be too late. The blade would fire straight through Gigantomachus' thick skin because, as you know, Midoriya he knows body parts. He's a doctor. He's a surgeon. Given his quirk, Booyakasha, as it would fire through, going straight through and then expanding. Now, let's see how you like this, you monster. Radio knife. The blade would be charged with electricity. Zzz, just shocking Gigantomachia. He would be yelling. Its mouth would be opened wide as the thing would be thrown in by Kirishima. Right? Him taking it in. He would finally break through. Kirishima would be hit. He would collide with the ground. Midoriya's blade would be melted by. Well, it would also be broken and melted by Dabi and Gigantomachia, who would also break out of the swampy mess. Midoriya would say, fair game, villains. But, I don't think he's going that far. As he would still be falling. He would still be falling. Shambles! He would end up on the back of Gigantomachia. He would hang on to the monster's feet as he would wait there, losing his cloak during the wind, still having his his sword and his hat still with him, still bloodied from head to toe because of the villains there at the villa, him hoping Midnight will make it out of that fight alive. He will forced to be follow Gigantomachia to Shigaraki, which he would do. He would notice after a while they would stop. He would look around. He would say, finally. Let's see how this goes. He would sit there and wait, seeing where Shigaraki was, the other heroes. He would notice Aizawa is not there anymore. So he would have to do something he never really expected he would have to do. A technique that he made very recently with the help of Aizawa. After knowing how his power worked and more in depth to the quirk erasure, Midoriya found a way to temporarily, within his room, to get rid of quirks while in his room. Will it work? He doesn't know. He only tested it once, and that was the only time it actually worked. So he would say, "Room!" As the translucent blue room would expand, everyone would be shocked. Dobby would yell, will say, "He followed us? How?" As Midoriya then would say, "Shambles!" He would be floating in the air. Well, he would teleport into the air. As he would say, "You awoken." The sleeping bear. No, I don't know. The sleeping uh eraser. Sure. Shigaraki wouldn't be able to use his quirks. Dobby wouldn't be able to use his quirk twice. Well, twice wouldn't even be there either way. You know what? No, that I'm not making that a thing. That's too OP. That's too OP. I'm not doing that. But yet he would make his room. He would go up there. He would say, "Injection shot," as boom straight through Shigaraki. As Best Jeanist would fall through with his uh, wires. He would wrap everybody up. Dobby would break through. He would start his fight with Shoto. Right. They would continue there. They would fight. Like in canon. Midoriya would say counter shock. No, it was radio knife. Radio knife. And it would shock Shigaraki into unconsciousness. Taking him out. But he would still be wrapped up by Spinner, and they would escape the same way because of Mr. Compress doing his final dance or his final performance. He would be able to get away along with Shigaraki because of Mr. Compress and All for One taking control of Shigaraki. Like in canon, how All for One using that one quirk, I don't remember the name, but it was the black and red blades, using that to take out, not take out, but yeah, technically take down Todoroki, Mirio, and Midoriya, so that they couldn't interfere in their escape, taking Nomu's away, heading to Tartarus to break out multiple villains. And that's where we're going to end it for today. I know a quick one, but Midori's so OP. I'm happy I didn't make the sleeping uh, attack a real thing. I've always had it planned, like maybe I should do this, but no. I had a technique called Oracle, like very tempted to make, a thing called Oracle, where he would use it and he would be able to see wherever it is. But then X-Scan came through. So, yeah. Anyways, within the next 2 weeks, my every other Saturday series will come to the end. Well, this one will come to the end. And it's a new thing. Every other Saturday, I make a video, well, a what if, right? And yeah, I'll see y'all, well, next time on this series. And if you want to check out my other series is go to my channel, please, please. I really appreciate it. If you do subscribe, please, it really helps. I just hit 100 subscribers, which I'm really happy about. Um, yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Roll the dice. Happy birthday! It's your birthday. I hope you have a great whatever time you're watching this. I hope you have a great time. Roll the dice, and hope to see y'all next time. Bye bye.